upstate New York, Syracuse University, and under the dome today, we have a terrific clash in store. Uconn will deliver the opening kickoff, and we'll get this game going. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Syracuse Orange will go on offense first. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on third down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter because he's got great hands and that big frame he can really utilize.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out route. Still on his feet at the 45. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
On the run, fires downfield. It's caught downfield. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd and goal for this offense. They'll try to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Orange. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Uconn's offense will take the field for the first time. Both of these defenses, David, anchored by star middle backers.
I mean, they're just stars right in the middle of the defense. You'll see them go sideline to sideline, and they will make plays all over the field.
Yeah, these guys are the heart and souls of their defense. They're the leaders. Everybody looks up to them. They're constantly making plays.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Got his man quickly. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
At the 35, he's loose. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Got his man downfield. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And I love that the QB understood, I'm going to put some stank on this. I'm going to throw it as hard as I can quickly, right when he's breaking out of that curl. Nice job getting it to him quick so he can get a first down.
He's got it on the move. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Gets it to the back. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They'll send out the kicker here. Between the uprights, it's good. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Finds his tight end. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Syracuse will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll call for the fair catch here. Uconn going back to work on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Off play action. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. Big play for this offense as they get into the 32.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route run. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
Guys, we're at the end of the quarter, and Syracuse has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. He'll do it himself. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything's done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the D.
They're bringing heat. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with the clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Picks up what he can and then slides. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. No good. And it is still a 4-point deficit. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He rifles one deep to the left. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
This is a 3rd and long. Little touch pass to the receiver. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. The Orange will have to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. The Uconn offense goes back to work. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
The counterplay is a great play to mix in with your base concepts. Obviously, everybody flies to the football, bang. Now you pull a guy, you go backside, give him a little counter, keep the defense off balance.
He'll pull it down. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And because of this guy's athleticism, you've got to find so many creative ways to let him carry the football. You'll see it on zone reads. You'll see it on draws, designed runs. How about the old-fashioned bootleg, though? Let him use his speed out on the perimeter to the right, and he sets off a huge game.
Comes out throwing on first down. Got his man. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And the Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. He's right on target. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Now on second down. Now the play fake. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
They're trying to get to it. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Uconn will have to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Bacon. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. He's looking to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They'll immediately call timeout. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Someone moved a little early and the offense will go backward.
False start.
The officials offer the deal and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll move it back and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll go to the air. Looking left. It's complete. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and they forced the incompletion.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On second down, he's looking downfield. Hit as he throws. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse.
And these are the plays that you look back on tape, and everybody's like, nice work, nice toughness, QB. To stand in there, know you're going to get blasted, hold on to the ball till the guy comes over, feed him, and get the 6.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Fielded in the end zone, it's Gilliam. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, a typical first-rate broadcast so far today from Syracuse. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the dome in lovely central New York.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Uconn going back to work on offense. trailing by a couple of scores. They'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Moving out of the pocket. Bulls his way forward. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. Now on first down from the 30. The give out of the gun. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Unloads to the wideout. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Unleashes one. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Got some room to run. He's at the 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Cuse. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Man, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, man.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Ole Miss has the lead right now, but I don't care if it's Archie or Eli back there. We've come to learn that no lead is safe inside Vaught Hemingway. They're up by a field goal over Texas A&M. He'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it. Touchdown, Orange. Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did. That ball was squirting around on the field, finally corralled by the defense, and they turn it into 6.
And it's so hard defensively. Do I jump on it and make sure I get it, or do I scoop it up and try to make the big play? He chose to scoop it up, and it pays off, makes the big play, gets the touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point gives him a 28-3 lead. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Uconn offense goes back to work. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row. Now they've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the ball.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. He finds his man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Uconn comes to the line after getting another first down. They'll leave it with him. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
They'll leave it with the lone back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. Gets away from one, finds room. In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
They'll go to the counter. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominated at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
From the gun, looking for a man. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. And as they get into the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. Guys, we're at the end of the quarter, and Syracuse has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Pass on the way. It's picked off. The 40. The 30. The 10. Touchdown, Syracuse. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Dude, you're just thinking, hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Uconn going back to work on offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. Keeps the legs moving. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets to 1st down.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
He wants to throw it again. Shoots it to the left. Hauls it in. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those cornerbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick 6. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
The Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Now on 2nd and short after the 1st down completion.
29 Philly.
He's looking to throw. Zings it complete to the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a 1st down.
Here we go.
Looking to move it through the air. The quick out.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Fires left. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. He wants to throw. Pressure coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. This offense has a 2nd down play.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Off play action on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't put...
And they knocked him down almost immediately.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
The Uconn offense goes back to work. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting. Keep throwing the football. Try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and week out. So whether that's identifying playmakers or just seeing what you can come up with here at the end of this game and not quitting.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them